We all just expect the internet to work. You click a link, you watch a video, and it all just happens. Simple, right? But behind that simple click is this hidden world of people and systems working around the clock to keep it all from falling apart. So in this explainer, we're going to pull back that curtain and see how that entire world is on the verge of being handed over to an AI.
So to really get a sense of the scale here, just look at this number, 50.1 billion. That was the number of devices they were projecting would be connected to the internet all the way back in 2020. Now, just for a second, imagine you're the one responsible for making sure every single one of those is online and running okay. I mean, that's just a mind-boggling task.
Okay, so how is a job this massive even possible? Well, here's how we're going to break it down. First, we'll look at the challenge of just watching all these billions of devices. Then we'll dive into the two main ways people monitor them and find out why humans are actually becoming the bottleneck. That's going to lead us to a pretty wild idea, an AI network admin. And finally, we'll look at the endgame for all this, the self-healing network.
All right, so first up, watching billions. Look, the absolute heart of the problem here is just visibility. When your network is this gigantic, this complicated, how on earth do you get a clear, real-time picture of what's going on with it?
And when it comes to solving that visibility problem, you've got two main schools of thought. You can use agent-based systems or agentless systems. And these are really fundamentally different ways of trying to see what's happening on the network. Okay, so let's break this down. On one side, you've got agentless monitoring. It's way easier to get up and running because you don't have to install special software on every single server. But what's the trade-off? Well, it can create more network traffic and it might not give you the super deep details you need. Then you have agent-based monitoring. This is the more powerful way to go. You install a tiny piece of software, an agent, on every machine, and it gives you incredibly detailed info with less network chatter. But can you even imagine the nightmare of trying to install and maintain that agent on thousands or even millions of devices? How could that possibly scale? And this is where one of the research papers we looked at has a really elegant solution. This is a super clever agentless system that uses small, cheap devices, like a Raspberry Pi, to check on different parts of the network. Then these little devices just push all their data to one central database in the cloud. It's basically this plug-and-play system that gives you amazing visibility without all the headaches.
Okay, but here's the thing. Seeing the problem, that's only half the battle. Fixing it, that's a whole other story. Even with the best, most beautiful dashboards in the world showing you exactly what's wrong, you still need a human to step in, make sense of the data, and then figure out what to do. And that is becoming the real bottleneck.
So, welcome to the Network Operations Center, or the NOC. This is literally the human command center for the internet. You have teams of technicians here 24/7, staring at screens just like this, trying to put out fires as they pop up. And let me tell you, the stakes here are unbelievably high. For almost half of all businesses, a single hour of network downtime can cost them over $1 million. The truth is, this whole model, it's just getting way too expensive and honestly pretty inefficient. As networks just keep getting bigger and more complex, relying on teams of people to manually jump in and fix things just isn't going to work for much longer. Which, of course, leads to the big question, can an AI do it better? I mean, can a machine not just see the problem, but also figure out the best way to fix it? Maybe even faster and better than a whole team of human experts? And that right there brings us to this incredible idea of an AI network admin. We're talking about moving past human operators and into this new era of what some researchers are actually calling a superintelligent operator. And we're not just talking about automating simple tasks here. The goal is to build an AI that can actually outperform an entire team of human experts. So, how in the world do you build an AI like that? Well, the key is this technique called reinforcement learning. Think of it like this. You're training an AI through trial and error, just like how we learn. The AI agent takes an action on the network. If it does something good, like rerouting traffic to make things faster, it gets a little reward. Now you do that millions of times, and the AI starts to learn, all by itself, the absolute best ways to keep the network humming along perfectly. It's the exact same tech that let AIs master super complex games like Go. And would you look at this? These are the results. See that red line, the NOC mimic? That's a system using rules that human experts designed. Now look at that blue line. That's the reinforcement learning agent. Watch how over time the AI just consistently scores higher. This is the amazing part. It didn't just copy the humans. It found completely new, better strategies all on its own, beating the rules a human expert would have come up with.
So this dashboard, this is basically what the AI is seeing. It's crunching all of this data in real time: CPU usage, RAM, network traffic, tons of different metrics, and using it all to make its next move. And believe me, this isn't some simple if this then that script. No way. It's understanding how all these different pieces fit together to pick the absolute best action to take.
So when you put all of this together, where does it lead? It all points to a really mind-blowing future: the self-healing network. We're talking about a future where the internet doesn't just need human guardians anymore. It can actually manage and even repair itself.
All right, so let's just do a quick recap of where we've been. We started with the insane scale of the internet, which meant we needed new ways to even see what was happening. That brought us flexible monitoring systems, but that uncovered a new problem: the human bottleneck in fixing things. But now we've got reinforcement learning training AI to be these super intelligent admins that are even better than us. And it's all leading to one place: a truly self-healing, autonomous internet. And that just leaves us with this one kind of huge thought to chew on. I mean, what does it really mean for all of us, for security, for our day-to-day lives, when this massive digital world we all rely on can just fix itself without ever needing a person to step in?